what we are doing here today is to let you know, or at least to get you thinking and thinking into action as to what you can do now, start doing, to prepare yourselves for the benefits that we believe will come with the operation of the Argyle International Airport. I know it seems a little far removed from Bequia, and you're wondering, but how are we going to benefit? What does this mean to us? You know, the airport is on mainland St. Vincent, and you're not seeing the benefits right now. So I trust that at the end of tonight's session, you would see how this airport will benefit you. Not may or can, but will benefit you. But you need to do something. You have to take action so that you can realize those benefits. So right now, we are beginning the process of preparing ourselves to embrace our new international airport. Some of the benefits from the airport: improved time efficiency, getting goods and services in and out of St. Vincent, and it will also improve your own personal time, the time in which you have to get things done, especially when you're shipping overseas or if you have to get someplace in a hurry. Because if you have an emergency in Canada and you could get a direct flight from St. Vincent to Canada, you'll get in a lot more time. You'll have more time on your hands when you get to Canada to do what you have to do, rather than you have to be island hopping and changing flights to get where you want to get the flight. That could take you nearly 2 days. Increase overall investment opportunities, and we'll see how those would come. And those would come in every sector, not just tourism, not just agriculture, but also in a lot of the other service-oriented industry, like the computer, where you can bring in light parts very easily. You can assemble stuff here. And if you could think of the opportunity, it will come. And improve education and training. I put that in there because if we are going to have more people come here, we have to educate our people, continue to educate our people, and training is vital. And we know in St. Vincent, I am not so sure about the Grenadines, but I know on mainland St. Vincent, there is room for so much training because customer service is just terrible. And we need to improve that. And if we're going to have more people coming here, we have to improve on the training aspect, where we are saying, listen, we have a service industry, we want to serve you, but we have to give good service. More benefits: opportunity to decentralize outside of Kingston, that is mainly on the mainland, where everybody seems to be heading to town. Now that the airport is going to be at Argyle, we're hoping to see more opportunities for investment. You do some stuff going up north, you know, Georgetown, Sandy Bay, Owea, those kind of areas. And we're expecting to see the tour operators and the taxi men, rather than heading to town with everybody, people heading that way so that people can see what is on offer in those other areas. Opportunity to extend business hours. And that must be my imaginings, but oh how I pray for extended business hours in St. Vincent. And I'm thinking, if we have more people in this country, even now we can use extended business hours. Because if you work in Kingston, when you finish work at 4 o'clock and you figure you could go and do some shopping, that's when the place is closing. So you really can't do anything, and you wait for Saturday morning and then it's half day. So I am really, that is me. That particular one is me hoping that we can have extended business hours. And I don't think the government is preventing anybody from opening later. I think it's just for the private sector to decide, listen, we're going to open later, we're going to open on Sundays, we're going to do more stuff. The worst time to be in Kingston is on a Sunday. If a tourist ship comes in, it's really ridiculous. They come in and there is absolutely nothing to do, nowhere to go. You know, so I am praying for that to happen. A major opportunity that will come to the private sector as a result of the construction of the airport is a chance to shape the development of a new city in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is what Argyle area will become once the E.T. Joshua Airport is closed. And there are some ideas about what Argyle would look like. We have seen Argyle starting to develop already. There is word of a big mall to go where E.T. Joshua Airport is, and some other developments in the area that I am not sure at this point are concrete as yet. But there are plans for the development of that area, and I'm sure with time we will see it come. Increased opportunities for tour operators and tour guides, that goes without saying, and increased opportunities for taxi operators, hoteliers, farmers, fishermen, the manufacturing people. And when I spoke in Rose Hall the other day, the farmers there were elated to hear. We weren't telling them, yes, we are going to have direct flights from Canada or the UK or the US and what flights are going to come. What we were saying at that point is that the Tourism Authority, they're negotiating and talking to airlines, and we are anticipating that there will be direct flights coming here, and they'll be coming from Canada, from the US, from the UK. And just the thought of having direct flights coming to St. Vincent really brought joy to them, because they're like, we have so much produce that we would like to ship overseas, and some of them are actually shipping, but the problems they're having trying to get the produce where they want them to go is just amazing. So that any thought or any idea or any hope that we are having direct flights here brings joy to those farmers, because they're seeing market opportunities, and they're seeing where they can improve on their produce, and they're seeing where, above all, where they can make some more money by shipping directly overseas. And we are pretty confident that we will have direct flights here, because there are a number of airlines that are showing interest in coming to St. Vincent and want to add us to their routes. What they're awaiting is the completion of the Argyle International Airport. What's available in and around the airport? We have available spaces for restaurants and concession stands. We do have a significant amount of space, and right now it is just space. The restaurant areas, those have been earmarked and built up, but the duty-free and concession stand areas are just there. So that if you apply for space in the airport to do something, and you are granted space, you're successful, then it is up to you to say, listen, I need 10 feet of space or 15 feet of space, depending on what you want to do. And at that time, that is when they will start the demarcation. But right now, we haven't done the space because we don't know how much space people are going to require to do their business. So we have spaces for restaurants, concession stands, and duty-free shopping. And there is an investment opportunity for persons, company, or group to offer catering services for the airlines. We also, well, we are going to be building an FBO, the space, and it would be available again for somebody to rent on lease. And the FBO is really the fixed base operation, and that is where you provide airline services. You think about what airlines will need, what kind of service they require, and you provide it in that general area. And I mentioned before that there was an investment opportunity to operate and manage the cargo terminal. Around the airport, there will be need for bed and breakfasts. We have seen just, you know, in that area, you have, I know of one lady who has place that she built with rooms that can be rented. She has a small restaurant there, and she also has a grocery. And there are some persons who have built apartment buildings, so they have rooms. I'm not sure about the breakfast, but they do have rooms. But once the airport gets started, it would not be nearly enough, so there is room for more. There is a lot of space in Argyle in case somebody wants to build a hotel or hotels, whether they be large or medium size or small hotels. And a gas station in that general area will not be a bad idea. So these are things that persons could think about as investment opportunities. Could also have space for restaurants outside the building. Inside the building, also there is a restaurant space on the outside patio. There is a big patio there that is open to the general public. Anybody can go there. There is space for a restaurant and bar if somebody wants to operate it. Right now, we have not sent out calls for persons to apply for anything, excuse me, in the airport, but that is not stopping people from applying. People have been applying, a lot of people are applying for space to run shops of various kinds. Because we have not sent out any calls, we have not granted anything to anybody, so those applications are really being stockpiled until that time when, until when it is necessary or the time is right to go through them and start interviewing people and start awarding spaces. So if you're interested, it's not too late. Send your letters of interest, your business plan, your proposal. Tell us what it is you want to do, how much space you think you would require. I am encouraging people to send them in all now. Don't wait, because people are sending in, and not just Vincentians. So if you are interested, then now is a good time to get started with that. Other opportunities, particularly for Bequia, to improve and encourage a thriving sailing industry in the Grenadines, as more tourists are likely to head your way. Now, already, most of the tourists who come to St. Vincent don't stay on the mainland. So that when the international airport is in operation, we are anticipating that a lot more tourists are going to flood St. Vincent, but they're not going to stay on the mainland. They're going to head down here. So you're going to have your hands full. You're now going to have to decide, do we have enough hotel rooms? Do we have enough restaurants? How do we take care of these people? Do we need to expand our hotel rooms? Do we need to improve the service we offer? Do we need to improve on training? These are the things that you have to now be thinking of, so that when it happens, you're not caught flat-footed. Oh, we didn't anticipate so much people would come and we're not ready. What do we do with them? You have to start preparing now. So we're hoping that session like this can get you, jumpstart you into thinking and acting. An opportunity to further beautify your communities so that the environment is more welcoming to tourists and locals alike. And this doesn't need the effort of the government. Local people can do their own beautification. They can clean up the place, plant some more flowers, plant some more trees, do a little bit more landscaping. They can take the initiative, and it is something that I am hoping to see, not just in the Grenadines, but on mainland St. Vincent. Take care of these people. Do we need to expand our hotel rooms? Do we need to improve the service we offer? Do we need to improve on training? These are the things that you have to now be thinking of, so that when it happens, you're not caught flat-footed. Oh, we didn't anticipate so much people would come and we're not ready. What do we do with them? You have to start preparing now. So we're hoping that session like this can get you, jumpstart you into thinking and acting. An opportunity to further beautify your communities so that the environment is more welcoming to tourists and locals alike. And this doesn't need the effort of the government. Local people can do their own beautification. They can clean up the place, plant some more flowers, plant some more trees, do a little bit more landscaping. They can take the initiative, and it is something that I am hoping to see, not just in the Grenadines, but on mainland St. Vincent. And I think down here you do are a bit more beautified than we do up there, and it is something I always say, as Vincentians, we don't do too well. We are not conscious about the environment, and we are not beautifying the place, and we don't do landscaping, and the trees are not cut and the grass is... So we need to do quite a bit more of that. And to further develop and improve on services offered at local hotels, restaurants, roadside shops, bars, etc. Everything we will need to improve on. The way we're doing business now will have to change. We will have to improve on everything so that we don't only attract people to St. Vincent on a one-off basis, but that when they come, they are so endeared to the country and they so love it and they feel so warm and welcome that they want to come back and they want to stay longer every time they come back. So we have to change and improve the way we do things. Ultimately, all of this, we're hoping once the people start coming and the service is good, the bottom line, and what everybody looks at, their bottom line, hoping to see improved bottom line for persons who have invested their monies, and improved standard of living for all people. Because if we have more people coming, people spending money, more people working, the standard of living will improve.